Hi, in this video, we will continue CSS, but we'll deep dive into CSS. In CSS, we have certain properties which we have to know, like font properties. Then we have box model properties, in which we have properties like width, height, margin, float, border radius, etc. Let me tab it up. And these are the properties which we have. Then animation and transition properties. Let me highlight that. In animation and transition, we have animation property, transition property, transform property. Then we have selectors for selecting the HTML. We have tab selector, type selector. Class selectors. Attributes, ID selectors. Attribute selectors. Then we have descendant selectors. I'm going slow, you can read if you want. Child selectors. Then we have pseudo classes. By pseudo classing them, you can select that element, that corresponding element. Then we have a general sibling selectors. These selectors, and as child selector, not selector, checked selector, focus selector. If the tag is in focused, then it will show you that. Then we have CSS flexbox. Most commonly and widely used CSS properties are including flexbox. In that we have container properties. Let me change its color to green because it's very important. In that we have properties like display, order, align cell. Let me tab it up and make it in bullet points. Then we have grid properties, CSS grid. Let me make it blue. In that we have display properties, container properties, I have sorry if I item properties are different. I think item properties are different. Shift tab and line self. Then let we just make bullet points. In item properties, we have order, flex, basis, flex, align self, and value properties. Then we have CSS grid, in which also is in similar to the display, in similar to the flex properties, we have certain properties, but in different context. Let me just make it in bullet points. Then we have its item properties. Bullet pointed. Then we have media queries. Media queries is responsible for the responsive designing of the website you have. With based media queries. With based media queries. Then we have height based media queries. Then we have orientation based media queries. It will be let me change its color to orientation. As the name suggests, orientation. If your device's orientation has been changed to some another orientation, then it will be applied these properties of which you have deployed under orientation properties. Then we have aspect ratio based media queries. Aspect ratio based media queries. Device based media queries. Then we have wait a minute. Then we have completed the media queries. Then we have measurement units of measurements of CSS, in which we have pixels as the most widely used, but not very responsive oriented. Viewport height is you're gonna use very often. Percentage, as it suggests that you wanted to, if you want to height an element according to the percentage of the visible height of that, then it will gonna be according to that. Then we have EM values, REM values. Then we end, and then it's over. Just these are the certain properties we have.